Alrighty guys, I am back with another Dokkan battle video. So with Dokkanfest AGL Kid Gohan's banner dropping just minutes ago, at least at the time of recording this video, I wanted to make this to try and help some of you out who may be trying to decide whether or not it is worth it to summon for AGL Kid Gohan. Is his banner worth it? Is he a good enough unit? Well, I'm gonna try and help you out with that. So, for those of you who are interested in the answer without an explanation, no, I do not think that you should summon for AGL Kid Gohan. It's as simple as that. I don't think his banner is good enough, and I don't think that he as a unit is worth it to really summon for, at least at the moment. But, if you want an explanation, let's get right into that. Now, the biggest thing that bothers me, really quickly before we can get into depth about the actual banner and Gohan himself, the biggest thing that bothers me is that there are so many Dokkan YouTubers out there, especially the bigger ones, who always tell you to skip every single banner except for like the most high profile ones, like the anniversary banners, the download celebration banners, you know, maybe the step up banners, and then that's about it. They always tell you to skip unless a unit's just absolutely broken. You know, I am a firm believer in that you should summon for the units that give you the most enjoyment. It doesn't matter what that unit is. You know, you should always summon for these things in order. Summon for units that you really like, characters that you really like, and then characters that can really help you out. You know, if you don't have the ability to complete certain stages of Super Battle Road, or you can't complete a GT Legendary Goku event mission, or a Legendary Vegeta event mission, because you're lacking a unit from a category and you need a decent unit to fill that slot, then I say you should summon for a unit that can help you out in those missions, because that's a big deal. And you should always be summoning for characters that you really like, regardless of what other people say, at least in my opinion. If the unit will bring you enjoyment, then summon for it. You should always summon for what you want at your own discretion. So with that being said, I myself am not summoning for AGL Kid Gohan, so take that for what you will. He does not have a discounted guaranteed featured SSR rotation, so I see no point in summoning for this character because I just don't think he's that good, and I don't think his banner is good enough. And in the future, I will be following this trend. I want to be one of the few people out there who actually practices what he preaches. I have not done a good job of that lately, but from now on, I will only summon on banners for characters that I really want, or that I think are really valuable and worth summoning on. So, with that rant out of the way, let's take a look at Kid Gohan's banner. Now, it did change slightly for Global. They got rid of probably the weakest link on the banner when it comes to SSRs, and replaced it with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. It originally used to be, I don't know where the, okay, there we go. It originally used to be AGL Turles, but again, they replaced it with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, which is better than Turles, but you know, nowadays it's just really not a good enough unit in today's meta. But even with that slight upgrade, honestly, this banner is just not worth summoning for. Now let's start off with the units besides the new unit. So, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, still a fantastic unit. You know, some people have been debating where he lies within the Dokkanfest TUR rankings. Is he still top 5? Is he still top 3? And in my opinion, he's still an incredible unit. Top 5 maybe, but if you really want him right now, I would say just don't summon and just go for him with red coins. That's what the red coins were designed for, and he would be a worthy pick for red coins. I wouldn't say he's a must-have for red coins, but if you want him and you have the 400 red coins, go for it. But besides him, you know, the only other unit I think is really worthy is in Future Gohan. You know, it's been a while since he was last featured, and he's a pretty decent unit for some of those harder missions, like the GT Legendary Goku event Connected Hopes mission. He is a super good unit for that, especially if you're not running a Janemba leader. He could be very good in there. But he is a decent tank on condition, which means you need to fulfill his passive, and you can't always do that. So he's alright, he's a little older, but I'd say he's aged pretty well. Now, the rest of the units, Piccolo, Android 13, and the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, I don't think have aged that well. Android 13 is still a decent unit as well, but, you know, he's just, you know, nothing really to wow about. His leader skill's okay, not the best. He can help you out with things like power absorption, GT Legendary Goku event if you need that mission. But other than that, you know, he's good on androids. But I don't really use this guy enough. I just don't think he's really that good in today's meta. Same thing with Piccolo. Piccolo wasn't even that good when he was released, okay? I don't have him, and if you don't have him, of course he'd be a decent pickup because you don't have him, but he leads Worthy Rivals in Namekians, and those are a couple of teams. I mean, Worthy Rivals is okay, but Namekians just needs a whole lot, and they don't help out the Namekians category ever. They hate Piccolo for some reason, so, you know, he's not really worth, you know, getting if you want to summon. And then Super Saiyan Blue King Goku, he's been featured on multiple banners leading up to this one. I mean, he was on the 7th, or not the 7th anniversary. He was on the 6th anniversary banner. He was on the ticket banner for the $350 million celebration. So, yeah, no. Super Saiyan Blue King Goku, he's cool and everything, but no. So, where does that leave us? That leaves us with the new characters, which we will get into here. So we'll start off with the AGL Kid Gohan. He is a leader for Heavenly Events. Now let's take a look at the category. This is the biggest reason why I do not think it is worth summoning for him, is because the category that he leads is absolute kind of like bogus. It is trash for the most part. I mean, it consists of characters who have fought or trained on Kami's Lookout, so immediately you know it's going to be Time Chamber characters, Boo, Gotenks, and then like that's about it. So I'm just gonna quickly scroll through, and you'll just sort of realize, look how shallow the category is. Like, that was all the SSRs. There it is. That's all the TORs rather. Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, it does have a couple of the better units in the game, like Super Vegeta here, who's not even on global yet, and LR AGL Gohan. You know, but other than those two, there aren't really any top tier characters, as you can see. I guess Ink Gotenks, but I wouldn't say Gotenks is top tier. Only 2 LRs in the entire category as well. Just a very shallow, limited category, and it's just not that good. He does also lead Bond of Master and Disciple, but with 150% of stats. But again, you know, it's okay of a category. It's better than Heavenly Events, that's for sure. Now, the unit itself isn't that bad. You know, I don't think he's one of the best Dokkanfest exclusives, but I don't think he's the worst. He might be the worst, actually. Let me think about that. But I think that's more of a testament to the power creep this year of units rather than this unit being bad. Because if this is one of the worst Dokkanfest exclusives this year, that's crazy. Because if this was a unit last year, it would be insane. But yeah, he's just, you know, a victim of circumstance, is what I would say. He's still a good unit. He's not the best unit. He's decent. He's a good wall. As you can see here, he raises defense infinitely, and on his unit super attack, he can greatly raise attack for 1 turn. He has that medium chance to stun the enemy, or the high chance with the unit super, which is super easy to pull off, by the way. You should always be getting the unit super if you're running him on Heavenly Events or something, I guess, because you just need a Piccolo or Krillin on the team. You don't even need them on rotation, so it should be pretty easy to pull off. I say it should be easy too, but are you really going to be running a Piccolo or a Krillin for it? I mean, I think you should, because it really helps him out with his passive as well. As you can see here, I mean, all of this text right here isn't really all that important. It's this last line here that I think is really good. All allies key +3 and defense +58%. That is insane. That is like a physical MVP 17 type of passive. Just a super good defensive passive for the rest of the rotation. You know, that's almost like giving them, or every single unit on rotation, 2 raised defense super attack effects. Like, it's a pretty big deal. And the thing that makes this unit so good is because of his defensiveness, but also his ability to support his allies defensively. Think about it this way. This is like MVP 17, but who's actually able to wall himself. Like, he's a very good tank himself. So he does need a Heavenly Events category ally attacking in the same turn, so basically on rotation with him to get the full effect from his passive. But you're not really going to be running the heavenly events that much. This is just not that good of a category. You don't have many choices, and you don't have many choices that will link well with this Gohan. Let's take a look at his links here. The Innocence, Demonic Ways, yuck, disgusting. Gaze of Respect. You know, these links aren't that good at all. But Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, Saiyan Lineage Fierce Battle, those are links that you would actually want to go for. So, if you are running a Heavenly Events team, or if you're trying to run an ally on the Heavenly Events category for this part of his passive, you may be wanting to look towards the LR-AGL Gohan or the Super Vegeta or a Saiyan in general, just so you can try and pull off some of those Saiyan links, because you're not going to find Gaze of Respect or Demonic Ways or things like that on a character that links well with Gohan besides those links, you know? Then that's sort of where this Gohan falters. A weak leader skill, bad link set, kind of, you know, he has a good passive, he's a tank, you know, he can stack attack, or he can stack defense rather, greatly raise attack for one turn with that unit super attack. He's got a lot of things going for him, but these links, his lack of categories, and his weaker leader skill just make him more, like, there's a lot to be desired, left to be desired with him, rather. Quickly looking at his active skill, first of all, his OST is one of the best in the game, in my opinion. I bump to that all the time whenever I'm playing even other games besides Dokkan. And his active skill, I think, is one of the best ones in the game. Recovers 30% HP, guards all attacks for one turn, all allies defense plus 20% for 2 turns. That's very good. Guards all attacks for one turn. When he can stack defense, he's going to be a perfect wall, basically. 30% HP recovery is very nice, and defense plus 20% for 2 turns. It's like, in a way, it's like a weird, like, weaker Princess Snake item, but it's an active skill. So you can pop it whenever you want and still count as a no item run if you're doing things like Super Battle Road. And overall, that's where this unit really does shine, is in Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, because of his, you know, passive skill, because of his active skill, and because of his high chance to stun on unit super attack, or a medium chance on his regular super. So he's alright, but definitely this is the easiest skip, you know, of all of units this year. Again, his categories, he's limited, 6 categories, not many good categories either. So overall, Gohan, decent, but not really worth summoning for. Let's go into Super Garlic Jr. I mean, let's not go into him that much. He is a banner unit, which means that he will be available on every single banner after this one, but the best chance you will have to pull him is on this banner. But I don't think you should be summoning for a banner unit ever, you know, unless you just gotta have Garlic Jr. But he is a very good unit here. Greatly raises attack infinitely, and his passive is pretty sick. Attack and defense plus 60%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 60%, and medium chance of stunning the enemy when attacking superclass enemies. As we all know, that attacking superclass enemies is a big deal, because there are more superclass enemies in the game than there are superclass enemy, or extreme class. There are more superclass than extreme class, because there will always be adding more superclass units into the game, you know, Saiyans and things of that nature. Extreme class allies keep plus 3 in attack and defense plus 40%. That is sick. This is probably one of the best support passes we have in the game. No matter what category, what type, all extreme class allies keep plus 3 and 40% to attack and defense. That is incredible. Recovers 10% HP at the end of turn in which an attack was received. He heals as well. And, you know, you take double digits on an attack and you get healed for, what, 40, 50,000, something like that? Even just 30,000. And that's, you know, a nice little heal. So overall, this is a very nice little banner unit. Very nice unit. He has got big bad bosses as well. So that's like, that's big, you know. And he's on quite a few categories. He's on more categories than Gohan is. And he's on better categories. You know, T-Boost and Terrifying Conquerors, those are STR Cooler's leader skill categories. Time Travelers, you know, Res Warriors, Dragon Ball Seekers. This is a good banner unit, but not worth summoning for. Overall, this unit, you know, AGL Kid Gohan, he's decent. His banner is lackluster. and it should be the easiest skip that you will have for the rest of the year. You know, we will have things like Super Dragon Ball Heroes potentially in November, potentially STR Super Vegeta in November. December brings LR Tech Super Gogeta, so there are a lot of other cool characters waiting. So, take it from me, I'm not summoning, and if you do want to summon, I wish you luck. But that's going to be it from me. I hope this helped you out, and until next time, I will see you guys later.